Dear Marvel Rivals, I hate you. Kinda. First off, before the video starts, let me address the elephant in the room. Hey, I'm Starman Reborn. You've likely never heard of me before, unless you've seen one of two TikToks that I've posted months ago. If you don't mind, please subscribe and help me reach my goal of 1 billion subscribers. That's enough of that though. Back on topic. If you've played or even seen any Marvel Rivals content throughout the last few months, you know this game is a mess. From random controversies, to unneeded buffs, to the Gunner allocations, this game needs fixing. Now, to point the blame to a single person is unfair. In all due respect, it's not the developer's fault. It's the community. This community sucks, and I hate being a part of it every single time I play. As an Adam main, it sucks to see how toxic people are. Sure, some of them are nice, but the rest are just terrible. I should be able to play one match of comp and not get accused of throwing just because I want to play my favorite character. Most of what this community is built upon is gooners, weirdos, little kids, full-grown men, and teenagers. And can you take a guess on which one is the worst? If you said gooners and weirdos, you'd be correct, because this is mainly what the community's built up upon. Let's think of a scenario real quick to sum it up. Take Jonathan. John lives in his mom's house and doesn't need to pay rent. He is 35 years old. John really enjoys playing Invisible Woman in Luna Snow. John decides to hop into a game with Rank to spend his Tuesday morning, because he doesn't have a job. This was a mistake, because John actually got slammed by Spider-Man. John then goes to Twitter and TikTok to complain about Spider-Man for being, quote, too broken, and he believes Invis was too weak. All million other Invis mains agree with this statement, except the few actually normal ones. What do you think happened afterwards? Is it A, Invis got buffed, B, Spider-Man got nerfed, C, Cap got another nerf, or D, Invis gets another legendary? Well, it's actually a trick question. All four are correct. This scenario shows how corrupt the community really can be. One LARP who nobody knows expresses a terrible opinion, and somehow it just goes. This isn't how the community should work. Now, is this saying that John isn't entitled to an opinion? I plead the fifth. But should his opinion drive an entire community? Now, this isn't made to slander Invis. Sure, Invis is a great character. Marvel's first family, Fantastic Four. She's amazing. But does this mean that her mains should be given every little thing they want? There's so many other characters that could have gotten those buffs. So many other characters that could have gotten nerfed. And so many other characters that could have gotten that legendary skin. Right now, as of Season 6.5, Widow needs her first legendary, possibly a rework or buff. Ultron needs another shop skin, seeing as his last one was when he released into the game. Adam needs some sort of VFX added to his sorry excuse for a legendary. Hulk needs another skin, and Bucky needs severely nerfed. There is so many more issues than just those, but that's just a few for reference. This isn't on the developers, it's on the community. There are so many more people who main people such as Invis, Luna, Cloak and Dagger, Bucky, Moon Knight, and Jeff, than people who main characters such as Adam Warlock, Hulk, Captain America, Ultron, and Widow. Now, am I saying there's a problem with that? No. But it's more likely that the developers are going to look at the bigger group of people than the smaller one. According to Quad's The Book, in Season 5.5, Invis was in the game 73.94% of the time. while a character like Ultron, who had recently gotten a major buff, was only there for 4.1 of the time. Sure, Ultron still sucks, but he wasn't that bad. This just shows how unbalanced the character selection is. Another major thing that ruins this community is its content creators. Sure, there's a lot of content creators that are genuinely good creators, but then there's that specific group of people who become corrupt knowing they have more say than the next person. A great example was the quote-unquote support strike that Necros was making people believe exists. This was his way of making an excuse to throw. This was because support mains were supposedly on strike due to Dive being too strong. This was a big reason why characters like Spider-Man and Captain America were nerfed, while supports were buffed. People believed he was telling the truth due to him being a higher up, which I mean, like, why would the higher ups lie to us? Am I right? Again, not all content creators are bad and corrupt. Let's use Arg for example. Possibly one of the best Hawkeye players I've ever seen. He's a great example of showing that this game can be fun if it's played correctly. Let's use another example. Everybody knows him, and most people love his content. Quad. He's a perfect example of showing that you can speak for an entire community and actually get things that are needed. Without Quad, Adam would have probably never gotten the buffs that he deserved. Whether it's the cooldown buff or his flying, without Quad, he probably would have been exactly where Mantis is at right now. Now, this game isn't that bad, it's just the community. I have hundreds of hours on this game, and I'm not gonna lie, I love playing it. This game is everything I've ever wanted since I was little. A game where I can play as my favorite characters from Marvel. Without Marvel Rivals, I'd probably never have even heard of my favorite superhero, Adam Warlock. I'm not gonna be that person where I lie and say, I've actually known them since blah blah blah. I found out about him because of Marvel Rivals. This game is truly something great, and the community has so much potential. But if it keeps going down the path it is right now, it's either going to end up dead or exactly like Overwatch is right now, which is full of toxicity and straight up weirdos. Literally, I logged into Overwatch the other day to play with my friend and a friend he met on Overwatch. And the first thing I was told was, can you please not be weird to her? It's been happening a lot on here recently. Now, I don't play Overwatch too often unless I play with friends. And to hear a community was so broken, like so, broke my heart to hear. And I fear Marvel Rivals is going to end up the same exact way. If there's anything that you have gotten out of this video, let it be this. Share your own opinion. Don't let the masses speak for you. Your voice matters whether you have 1 million followers or none. Together as a real community, we can fix this game. So let's make Marvel Rivals great again. Together.